Hello. It is probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm trying to get over a cold right now. Well, you're looking at somebody who is 29 days sober. 29 days sober. I don't know if you can see a difference, but man, my period has not started yet. And I've just been eating, and I've been sick, so I can't go work out. And I have to go to work tomorrow, but I was about to fall asleep, and I was like, I want to make a video of me talking to my younger self and telling you what I wish I would have done differently now that I'm a 26-year-old, because I gotta admit, I was thinking I work as a substitute teacher right now, and it's cool. It does not pay a lot. It pays $15 an hour. I could literally work at Chick-fil-A for that amount, there's people doing way less than me that get paid the same, and it's not even under my control. I mean, it sucks that the jobs that seem interesting to me pay crap, and then the jobs that are soul-sucking, like finance, those you can make a living off of. It's absolutely just so great living here. But man, I gotta be honest, I have been just so confused on what the next steps should be, because as you know, on this journey, being born again, being a born again Christian, I have wisdom and discernment about things that are to come. And I know that doing certain things, such as okay, let me just do this. At 26 years old, there's a few things that I wish I would have done. And one of them is, I wish I would have continued taking a dance class. I don't think I should have taken all these dance classes, but I wish I would have continued with one dance class, so that I could have been maybe a dance teacher for side money. That would have been nice. I wish I just would have gotten I don't know. I just wish I would have continued with one dance class throughout my life. I wish I would have joined something in high school, something just specific. I probably would have done theater. I was just so insecure back then. All I wanted to do was be popular. I grew really superficial between the ages of 12 to 16 and a half to 17. I was very superficial. I mean, who wasn't? But it kind of damaged my life a lot. I mean, I cared so much about boys, friends, and getting in trouble, either smoking weed or going to parties and being seen and stupid stuff. So that I really wasted that. Another thing that I wish I would have done is obviously I wish I would have not been so boy crazy, because it's all of that was just wasted. Anyway, another thing that I wish I would have done is when I got accepted into UCF when I was 21 years old, I wish I would have seriously taken the time to consider my options when it came to a degree, because I had so many options in front of me, and I chose something that I thought I wanted to do, because that's what I enjoyed doing. But I just wish that I could have just spent more time figuring it out, because although I enjoyed doing it, I knew that I didn't necessarily want to 100% do it, because I knew that I don't know. But yeah, I wish I would have just specialized in something, because at 26 years old, I'm telling you, I'm going through a midlife crisis. Like, I'm not in my early 20s anymore. I'm not the, new and hip age anymore. When I go out, I feel like people just sniff it on me that I'm not in my early 20s. I don't even think I look like I'm in my early 20s anymore. At most, I look 23, 24. And that's insane. I feel like I've always looked young. And I've never thought about this part of my life. And yeah, I know I'm not like 50, but like, when you're a Christian, I just wanted to like make this video, because when you're a Christian, it's like, I'm constantly living in the contradiction of like, don't live in fear. If you have the Holy Spirit, if you have Jesus, it's impossible. Like, living in fear is like the opposite of what Christians not should do, because when you do have Jesus, you just feel free. Like, you are free. You don't just feel free, you are free. But it's like something is holding me back. It's like, okay, like, I let go of my old life, all those dreams and desires, like, I don't have anymore, of being like this showgirl or whatever I wanted to be, an actress, someone making it big in Chicago, a jazz singer, even though that would still be nice. But like, the superficialness, like the desire that I had of like, being sexy and just, oh, like, look at me, like, look at all the clothes, like, that part of me died, and I now am like, okay, well, what's the purpose that God has for me then? What's that adventure? What's that? Because sometimes I really get depressed thinking about all this, because like, it's been like almost 3 years. In about 6 months, it'll be 3 years since I moved back to my hometown. And 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago, but 3 years ago, I remember it was after I came to Christ, and I had a rough patch. I was lukewarm for sure for like 2.5 years. And now I'm finally sober. But like, even 3 years ago, I was praying like, God, I don't want to work for the state. I don't want to work in a cubicle. I don't want to work in an office. Like, this is like, please, like, I need something to happen in my life. I need something. And I followed a lukewarm path for a bit, and I always was like, God, why aren't you doing anything? And then I'd be like, oh yeah, it's because I'm not being obedient to him. And now it's like, I'm almost 30 days sober from marijuana, and that's like such a breakthrough. I think I did this one time last year, and that was the only time I've done it in my life. So this is huge, because I'm planning on I'm going to keep going, and so this is going to be a huge breakthrough for me. But then it's like, now I'm dealing with being on my phone, laziness, lethargy, gluttony. I'm eating a lot. I can see it in my chin and my neck. But like, I'm eating, and I'm just, every day I wake up and my hair is knotty, and I wake up and I'm so lethargic, and I just have no motivation. I've been to all the parks here, and then I'm like, should I move? But I feel like God doesn't want me to move. But man, okay, God doesn't want me to move, but like, I always feel like, okay, well, but there's nothing for me here. But then there is. Like, I'm so confused. And I'm so confused on like what God wants for me right now. And it makes me want to cry right now. Because, like, I kind of feel like I've given up a little bit on my life. I used to have so much drive, so much, like, energy, and that was when I was, like, unrepented. How is that possible? How is it possible that back then I was felt like I was full of life? Maybe it was because I was smoking pot and doing whatever I wanted and I was on the way to hell. But, like, I had all these dreams, and now, I hate to say it, but it's like, when you're a Christian, life doesn't get just better here. I think spiritually it does get fulfilled, but, like, there are some trying times. I mean, I don't know why I'm even here. Like, in my hometown. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. My lease is coming up to either re-sign or leave, and it's like, I don't even have the job to leave. I don't have a good paying enough job to apply for an apartment. You know? And it's like, I'm thinking of all these ideas. And I'm just so stuck. And I just wish that I would have done things differently. I regret, as much as I hate to say it, all those decisions, you know, maybe I'll take back what I say one day. But all of those decisions that I made that I thought were just no regrets, I don't regret making this because, like, this is my path, like quitting college, not getting a degree, choosing not to go down the path that everyone else is going, you know, saying no to the state job 3 times, y'all. I quit the state 3 times. 3 times I quit. 3 times was my breaking point. Not, oh, I had 3 bad days. No. 3 times I hit my breaking point. So it was probably like 100, 200 bad days of just, oh, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, I just felt like making a video because, like, I feel like it's been a while since I made a video. This is what 29 days sober looks like. I don't know if it looks different. I am sick, but, like, I feel like there is some more life into my eyes. I don't know. I'm getting older. And also, not to be sad, but I don't really have any friends. It's so lonely. And that's another thing about my hometown. It's just full of college kids and full of families, and my demographic just is very minority here. My age demographic, my age range is very minority here. Well, being single and not having a family. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna settle down, then yeah. But, like, I don't have a boyfriend, and I'm not even close to having, I don't have anyone. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd come on here and share. I'm just a little disappointed that I keep doing, like, this keeps on happening to me in my life. You know, I thought that things would get better, and in a way they are, but I still feel like I'm still lost. Like, I let go of my old life, but I haven't started to live my new life yet. And it's a weird feeling. Especially when, like, oh, look at me. You know, it's hard to believe, but I actually was looking really good a few months ago. Actually, no, like a month ago. Or 2 months ago. a month ago. I was looking really good. It doesn't even matter. It's not about that. But yeah. I hope one day I can look back on this video and be like, wow. You know, because man, like, I feel like on the verge of crying every 5 seconds because it's like, you just don't even know how incredibly frustrating this is. To just be like, I let go. Hello? I mean, the job opportunities, there's nothing, because usually I see people's stories, and I get it, I shouldn't compare. I know there's light at the end of this. I know he's gonna come through. But I guess right now, I'm gonna say, other people's stories, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I just was working and all of a sudden, you know, my brother showed me how to do this, and then I just started getting into it. Or, you know, I was hanging out with so-and-so, and then all of a sudden I was introduced to this person, and they said, hey, why don't you join this job? And there you go. And it seems like everybody's story is like that, just where it just comes to them. And I've been waiting for that. I mean, I get it. I need to work, but like I have been. I'm constantly trying to seek a job that is like compatible with me and one that I'm qualified for, you know, not one that I need a bachelor's degree in, but like I'm constantly thinking, okay, what would I be good at? What would I like doing? And yeah, you know, the job that I have now is cool, but it doesn't pay a lot. It doesn't pay the bills. It pays my bills, and that's it. That's it. Not my food, not my gas, but my bills. And that's crazy. But like, you know, and I just don't understand, like, how come other people's story, it's like, their stories are, and then this happened, and then all of a sudden this happened. Mine, I feel like it just doesn't make, it's like, you know what my story feels like? I feel like it feels exactly like my period. I'm like stuck in my luteal phase, like my period's late, and it's like, all right, I'm done. Like, it should be coming now, right? I mean, I've eaten all this food. I've been in a rotten mood. I've gotten pimples, painful pimples all over my chin. I'm surprised they're gone right now, but like 2 days ago, they were there and it was hurting and I felt ugly and I've gone through all the mood swings. And are you telling me that I still have to stay in this? I thought my period should end up here. Like, that's exactly how my life feels. Like my period just hasn't come yet. And I'm just stuck in the luteal phase. And it's just like, life sucks. I will say though, and this is the last thing I'll say, is I know at the same time, this is what it's like being in my head, by the way. I know that it's not gonna last. Like all of this stuff, all the bad stuff, it just, I know this is a test and I know that it's not gonna last. Because honestly, I'm only 30 days sober tomorrow. And I know that's a big breakthrough. I get it. Like, yes, for sure. For sure. But if you think about it, even a season is longer than 30 days. So I'm going through hardships. I'm going through trials. I think in the past, my biggest downfall was probably just keep going. I kept going back to sin and I kept disobeying him. And this time, I may be obeying him and I may have like let go of some things like boys and smoking weed and getting drunk. But now it's like, all right, now my heart needs to transform. Like now I need to come into it. And so, yeah. So hopefully, yeah, maybe next time you hear from me, things will be different.